on Sportzwire. Can you close my door?
Oh, we're live, ladies and gentlemen, and this man is the boss, and you better close the door because this man's got plenty to say because he's going to come, he's going to show up, and he's going to conquer, just like he did this past weekend at those Iowa Music Awards. And now he gets the chance to show that guy whose last name is the boss that he's the boss. He's going to talk about what's ahead here when he retains those IMF Tag Team Championships. Plus, who knows whatever else. You'll certainly be, let's just say, ready for some dirty deeds, and they aren't going to be done dirt cheap. This man's got very limited time. I'm going to get to him. I'm not even going to the intro because this man wants to directly talk to Tone DeBoss. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is my great pleasure to bring on here the true resident rock star, some would say here of the IMF and the Underground, one half of the reigning defending IMF Tag Team Champions, and the man that has helped build Sportswire Radio into what it is today and all wrestling matters, the resident rock star, Sean Jovi. My friend, it is good to be with you, and I know your time is precious. You've got plenty to say in a short amount of time, and give us your words to what we can expect this coming Saturday night.
Well, first off, you're welcome, everybody, for being the godfather of the Underground. I appreciate your thoughts, but I also, at the same time, could care less what you people think. But here's the thing, Tom. This weekend, I got Tone the Boss lurking at ringside. I got Princess Chia and Dirty Donnie, two people who were thrown together in a team because they were butthurt over what me and Mephisto did. It's pathetic. I mean, they never have these two even teamed before. I mean, like
not that I know of. I mean, well, technically on commentary. I mean, maybe on commentary. Does that count?
Commentary never counts.
Well, I mean, I guess.
I don't know what the hell they're doing. Maybe when I retire, I can take over for them.
Well, right now you're not retiring at any time soon.
Oh, no.
But I mean, how satisfying could this be for you to potentially, alongside Mephisto, retain those tag team championships, but do it this time right in front of Tone DeBoss?
That's right. Tony boy, you got me mad. After the Iowa Music Awards, I'm livid, man. You took the Intergalactic title from my vlog. Now, by the time I get it back from your sorry ass, you better have that shit autographed, pal. Because that's part of the rules.
Ooh.
Celebrity holds it, you gotta sign it because that means you're on my vlog, which means you could just might as well be the rock star's property.
You went to his turf. You went to his lay of the land. You saw his terrain. And then you had that happen to you. When it came to Tone DeBoss taking the Jovi's Vlog Championship away from Ace Diamond. And now this is personal. This is payback from what we're going to see this Saturday, I would have to imagine.
Oh, yes. And payback's eventually saying, God almighty, is it true?
Ooh. And boy, you know what? And I'm going to show the footage here of here. And speaking of which, there's somebody that actually wants to come on and maybe say a few words with you about those Iowa Music Awards. And I'm letting him come on here because it's his platform and it is the IMF champion, Omen Black.
I'm in the same boat as you, Jovi. You know what? I had to share the spotlight with a real monster. You had to get attacked by the goddamn foundation. It's unfair. It was an unfair night.
It was a very unfair night. And hey, I'm sorry you didn't get that Kiki or Chi-Chi girl. I'm sorry that didn't work out for you.
Chi-Chi!
There it is. I mean, you know what? And you guys, I would have thought would have been front and center presenting every single award. And this is what happened.
You didn't even let me present one, Tom.
I was going to get to that. I know it was a sore subject because you men, obviously, the two men that hold championship gold, and I would have thought you would have been the whole center of the attention, considering the IMF support. And
it would have been better to have myself and Jovi up there. Look at this guy, just nonchalant. The curtain doesn't even open for him, Tom. That's how irrelevant he is to the IMAs. The curtain didn't open for him.
Yeah,
I was backstage. That curtain guy was sleeping.
Well, you know what? I can't explain it. I mean, that's up to Tone DeBoss and the IMAs, but that's what it was. And maybe you two will use this as motivation, I'm sure, this Saturday.
You know what, Jovi? We are robbed of our moments. Of course, from the foundation, like always.
You know, it's poetic in a way. The irony of it that you two men, it seems that the nepotism comes into play once again. That's just my first thought, because we do know the long-standing relationship that Tone DeBoss and Soldier GP have had. Tone DeBoss had mentioned that when he was here a week and a half ago on Sportswire. Maybe that's why you guys were pushed to the side.
No, I went to school with Soldier GP. Who cares?
Right?
Who
I
cares?
went to school with Ricky Romero. Who cares?
Exactly.
Well, I'm not going there. We appreciate certainly Ricky Romero, but I mean, obviously, this is why it's going to be dirty deeds. And I just think for you two men, it's going to be satisfying to do what you're going to do here coming up this weekend. In your case, Mr. Jovi, with Mephisto against Dirty Donnie and Prince Achia with Tone DeBoss on their side, and for you, Owen Black, with the man that everybody talks about in Justin Parsley, and who obviously doesn't have much to say at the moment. And obviously, we said
we can play the music to this. It's purely IMF and Joey's.
And in case you didn't see this,
It's the bomb.
well, I mean, there's Sabrina Carpenter arresting people on stage, and now we've got the mob.
Pause it. You know what's funny enough? The foundation came up with that bar right there. The foundation came up with that line. Kind of sus, but you can keep going.
Well, obviously, it leads to some things here, but
You know, this is better than what that other music video was.
And how about this, fellas? I mean, that's got to make you mad once again seeing that on Jovi's vlog, because those two men side by side, when you could have made the case. Mephisto, Jovi, and Omen Black should have been there presenting award after award. There you go with the nepotism.
You always got to be in the spotlight.
Yeah.
It's tiring.
It's very tiring. Like, Soldier, he's been in the spotlight since what? The beginning of IMF? When is he going to step aside, Omen?
I can tell you when, but I'm not going to spoil anything.
Well, you know what? They certainly don't do that. And I want to give a shout out to Camo Cam, who on TikTok is pretty big, and I didn't realize it until today. And Camo Cam had picked you, Sean Jovi, and Mephisto to retain those tag team championships. And I'm sure Mr. Black is also aware of Camo Cam's prediction, which I don't know if I should.
Me?
I thought it was Parsley, right? She picked Parsley.
Sorry. Kind of irritating.
That's why I didn't want to bring that one up, but I know Camo Cam did pick the Rock Stars of the Galaxy.
Well, at least she did one thing right.
Well, I mean,
I picked the Rock Stars of the Galaxy 10 times out of 10 times.
Well, and there we go again. There we go, fellas. I mean, there's the footage and such, and we see Soldier GP, Tone DeBoss, and Dirty Donnie, Mr. Jovi, your opponent here coming up. Yeah, there it is. There's obviously that, and and such.
I'll say that. I don't know about
and this is where things really, really get, well, let's just say dirty.
It's both. This was a ruse plan. They brought it. They knew we were coming. They knew we were going to win an award here. They retaliated. When they shouldn't have. That 24/7? 24/7.
Uh-oh.
This guy. No right to do that.
No! Tactic. Referees on site. 1, 2, 3, and ring the bell and the new
cheating.
Jovi's Rock champion.
Shenanigans and cheating.
The boss, fellas, I'm shocked.
I don't know why he'd cheat to win a belt. I never cheated to win a belt.
Well,
all I did was justify
shocking footage here on Sportswire. Shocking footage.
You know what? Men like us, Jovi, we don't get the credibility. We don't get the the acknowledgement like we should.
Exactly. They should acknowledge the fact we won these
I've
titles.
never cheated a day in my life for my IMF undisputed title.
And the prophet Jordan Crowley, brothers and sisters, rejoice. He is here. What's sad is that
Is
Tone
that even
DeBoss.
legal? There was no ref.
Well, he said that he's proud of beating Ace Diamond, like that is something to brag about. I mean, that's his point. And also, yeah, and also,
Ace is on my side, but yeah, I'm not. Yeah, no comment.
and for one night, simply for the good of the IMF, and now that time is over. That time is over. Also, Camo did check her predictions out on TikTok. And Mr. Jovi's not happy right now, understandably so. And the IMF prepares for a new venue, which is going to take place in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. You guys also have a discount there if you're going to go to the venue. I think it's Willie's Shakes, and yet the same pain awaits those who deserve it. And Zilla and Jade are here, and Ox McCoy is here, and in character, Kick Rocks Crowley, but so it's Crowley. Yeah, it is Crowley, but I'm acknowledging both the rock stars and Omen back. So obviously, I know you men are very busy men here. But I guess then for you, Mr. Jovi, before I get to the champion and his platform, would you have any final words for Dirty Donnie and also Prince Chia and especially Tone DeBoss?
See, this one's mostly for Tone. I could care less about Chia and Donnie. You see, he's got something that I want and that I own. So here's what we're going to say. You know what, Tone? You may say it's Showtime like your so-called hit single. Well, I'm sorry.
He wants to perform that live. Did you hear that? He wants to perform that in a major venue. A major venue now. And he may use the show
but he's not
to
the
give him
show.
that opportunity.
But the problem is, it may be Showtime for him, but bitch, I am the show. And so is my We are the show. We are IMF. We built IMF. That is why I hold this year championship title.
You're goddamn right. Joe.
You know what? And I could see it getting personal here. And thank you, Jordan, for correcting me. It is Willie Ray's Barbecue. You must try them. They are the best barbecue around. And if I had barbecue food, that's where I'm going. And if you also want to watch more of Jovi's vlog coverage, hit the sub button for the one and only resident rock star, or else he won't come back on Sportswire. No, we're dead serious. The Boogeyman, the hardcore guy. I know you were on site getting ready for the funeral of Justin Parsley. And obviously, Mr. Parsley is less than 48 hours away from potentially facing that. And I want to give you that opportunity, maybe not quite for a eulogy of Justin Parsley just yet, but certainly I'm sure you have a few final things you'd like to say to Mr. Parsley, really, before Saturday night.
I thought I got the message through his thick head back in May. We were in the cage. He was gone for a while. And yeah, he had to be a stupid man from Indiana. And of course, he has to come back and stick his nose where it doesn't belong. And see, I'm going to enjoy every second of torturing him, putting him through immense pain that he's never fathomed before. And I'm going to enjoy it even more doing it in front of his fans. They're cheering him, Parsley. Parsley.
I get so sick of hearing that too.
It's going to be music to my ears. Watching him bleed, beg, cry.
He's going to have family there, though. That's the other thing. I mean, his family, can they bear what you could potentially do to him this Saturday? And on top of that, Soldier GP referencing him. Soldier GP is going to be the referee, and he's going to have to count here.
He's got to call it straight down the middle. But you know what? I've been thinking about it. I don't... They're trying to stack the cards against me, Tom. They got Soldier GP's, Justin Parsley's tag team partner as special guest referee for my undisputed title. See, but I'm tired of Dirty Donnie and the Foundation trying to screw me over and stack the cards in their favor while trying to basically Montreal Screwjob, the realest champion that the IMF has ever
the
had.
Anniversary, what was it, a few short days ago? I mean, the irony of that.
But I'm not going to allow that, Tom, because I have so many tricks up my sleeve. I have the cards in my hand. See, I'm only two shows away from walking out of the IMF as it crumbles without a world champion. I'm not going to go out on my back with a normal match with a special guest referee. No. I'm going to make this a last man standing match proposal. I'll make a proposal. Let's see what they say Saturday night. And knowing Justin Parsley's ego, he's not going to want to turn down a challenge.
Well, he's a fighter. He's really been a fighter for a long time. I mean, we all know him here for quite a while, and he does really fight. I mean, he does. That's what he does.
I guess. His arrogance will be his worst enemy this Saturday, because he's going to accept that challenge blindly and stupidly, knowing that I'm going to put on a bloodbath in front of the new fans at this new venue, the Iconics,
yes,
whatever you want to call it. I really don't even care about it. I just want to go there, wrestle, and leave. That's all I want to do. I don't care
you
about
think?
the fans.
I hate to do this because you mentioned his commute to Cedar Rapids, but will Mr. Parsley be able to make it back in one piece to Indiana after what you may do to him?
I'm just hoping he brings his wife again so she could drive his unconscious body back to Indiana.
I am not going there before you two men leave. And Varel Crowley has arrived. Omen, your hourglass is already turned. Your time is running out, and time is never on your side. But you already said
sorry, didn't you get laid out every time you're in the ring? Yeah, you better shut your mouth and quit being a keyboard warrior.
You said already you were leaving, though, after the last IMF show of the year. So already you would, have the IMF championship, and that would be the end of it, more or less.
Whoever you want to call it, wants to metaphorically say my time as champion is running out. No, my time as champion in the IMF, yeah, it is running out because I'm walking out the IMF champion. I'm walking out the last IMF champion.
And it is IMF week on Sportswire Radio, and I did want to put that up on the screen before you men leave. And Mr. McCoy would like to say it sure would be dope to see Parsley finally get that big win over Omen, but I feel a numbers game will be played during this match. You know what time it is there. Speaking of the foundation, Dark Prod, who's here
next comment,
November 28th, 2 weeks from tomorrow, would like to say evening, gentlemen. Jim would like to say Omen. Hope it's OMEN Black with the upset loss. And a new word again, which we've seen before in previous episodes and in IMF coverage, pain. And Zilla acknowledges both Sean Jovi and Omen Black. And wouldn't expect anything but juvenile behavior from you, Mule. Please follow Sean Jovi. Hit the sub button for him on YouTube. Willie Ray's Barbecue. Thank you for that. And we hope Ox feels better. And yes, we got that. And also Jordan Shush. I don't think he's shushing, but we'll see. And Parsley, I got that point. And hopefully Camo Cam's predictions for Dirty Deeds is right. Well, we'll find out.
Well, I'm sorry to tell you, it's going to be wrong, like it always is.
Well, and maybe Parsley could use a favor from an old friend. I mean, I don't know.
What friends does he have? Rob Slater? I don't think Rob Slater's going to show up. Oh, Joshua Fletcher? They're not friends. Oh, Captain Law? They're not friends. What friends does he have, Ox?
That
you and the Sinners? Good luck.
He's friends with him. I think Ox does consider Parsley a friend. He does consider him that. I mean, I don't know who else you could throw out there. I mean, I don't know. That's a wide
question. Turning the next Steel. I promise you that.
Well, Steel, I think
burning bridges everywhere he goes.
I don't know. Steel, I think, is preoccupied with, which he's going to come on here in a few minutes for. He's preoccupied with his match with Felix Jones and Gabe Said, which I know, Omen, you are certainly counting on a Felix Jones win and some.
Counting? I already know Felix is going to win. I'm not counting on it. I'm not even worried about Felix. You know why? Because Felix will do what Felix does. He will be still walk out winner like he always does.
And I know, Mr. Jovi, since we last spoke before you leave here tonight and get ready for what you plan to do to Prince Chi and Dirty Donnie, Soldier GP is the All Wrestling Matters champion, though. I mean, obviously, I'm sure that makes you a bit conflicted, but he is the All Wrestling Matters champion.
What can I say? He did the right thing. Shame he couldn't have done the right thing and made it an easy thing for me to beat his ass last
Well,
month.
you two men have a lot in common there when it comes to Soldier GP, and he's very occupied. He's got Jason Storm. We saw what he said earlier.
Yeah, he's got daddy issues. He's got Jason Storm. He's got. You know what? I don't even want to say what else problems he has because I'm just gonna save my tricks that I have aces in the hole. That's what the saying is, Tom. You got ace in a hole. I have many aces in a hole.
Well, I think right now, to quote Alice in Chains, Soldier GP right now could be down in a hole, and he may be seeing a man in the box in Justin Parsley because he might have to deal with a facelift, figuratively and literally. And yeah, I'm throwing Alice.
I like what you're doing there, Tom.
I try. Well, they may come on the platform very soon. Stay tuned. But obviously, enough about that, fellas. I know you have to run here, and I don't want to take any of your time.
I
Valuable
want to say
time.
one thing.
Yes.
I don't want to say it to Parsley. I want to say it to Soldier. I want to say it to Sean Jovi, the tag team champion.
There he is.
I want you to know, back when we faced off, whatever month it was, I think June or April, whichever, it was only to open your eyes, and I'm glad that you're finally seeing the truth, Jovi. I'm proud of you for being the IMF tag team champion. You're being the true tag team champions that this company needs. And I just need you to stay focused and keep your eyes open from the fucking scumbags of the foundation and their lies and their nepotism.
Well, the awards would be an example of that. You two fellas could have obviously presented an award, and yet that wasn't the case. That was not the case. And you know,
Hey, Omen, all the credit to you, and I hope you take care of your Soldier GP and Justin Parsley problem like I took care of it last month.
If you,
I wish you the best of luck, brother.
If you can do me a tiny favor, Jovi, before I get off here, my final words are, can you get Ace Diamond to give me a call before Saturday? That'd be perfect.
What? After everything we've said, what, Mr. Joey? Before we go with you, and I'm shocked that ended with a phone call for Ace Diamond from Omen Black. Nah, can't be.
You know, Ace and I may have history, and it's not always been good history. But the man, I'm going to take care of the Tone the Boss problem for Ace.
And you don't think he'll show back
but
up
I
in the
think
IMF
you
anymore
should
after
call
this, right?
Omen. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to call Ace up, and I'm going to tell him to get a hold of Omen. Because I am very interested in this proposition.
Well, I'm shocked. That caught me off guard because that's, well, showtime for you. Live in prime time on the brightest lights. There you go. And
showtime as in we.
Ooh, and before you go, Omen Black, please say hi to Camo Cam. Well, Omen Black left, and Varel Crowley wants to say, I'm sorry what you did say, Omen. It's hard to understand you with that lisp. Did you drink one of my vials by any chance? And Dakota is here, and Jovi Money Talks, great AC/DC song. Money. And Ox is giving us the blood and eye icon there. And that's my hint. Okay, we'll leave that at that. And also, Omen is not getting a bracelet this time. I made that mistake last time when he choked Parsley with a bracelet. Okay, I'm not going there with that. And yes, hello to Dark Cron.
Like he did the right thing.
And how you doing from Dakota? We're doing great. We're obviously waiting for our next guest, but I'm going to give you the opportunity now to plug anything else you want to say. I'm going to put Jovi's YouTube channel up here while we get that, and the floor will be yours.
Yep. Subscribe at Sean Jovi. Subscribe to All Wrestling Matters. I've started.
I'm going to put that up next. That's going next. There you go. That's one.
Playing the best botches in backyard and underground wrestling and displaying them for the world on the All Wrestling Matters channel. I had some fun making that so far. Subscribe to my main YouTube. We got vlogs. I'm trying to get back on the every week thing. I've been pretty consistent compared to what I was over the summer.
Yeah, I've watched a lot of vlogs of yours recently. You've had 3 vlogs in 12 days or something like that.
Yeah. It's more than I've posted in quite some time. So I'm starting to get back in the swing of things now that my eyes are open and looking towards the future as the IMF Tag Team Champion. I feel like a lot more content's coming, and whether people like it or not, don't give.
Well, we have a big show coming up here. Listen, Cedar Rapids, big venue, Iconics, and we have you defending those tag team championships. I know Camo Cam has predicted the Rockstars of the Galaxy will reign supreme, and maybe Tone DeBoss gets the hint there. I don't know, but if you are out there and you haven't seen this YouTube page, please hit the sub button for it. Jovi's actually only 3 subscribers away from 260. I see a ton of people right now in the stream. If you can and you haven't yet, go hit the sub button for him. Trust me, you won't regret it. There's a lot of coverage from IMF and other great companies that have been on here over the past few years. You can see most of Mr. Jovi's footage. Also, if you're on YouTube and for whatever reason, I have no idea why you have not hit the sub button for Sean Jovi's YouTube channel. He's 4 subscribers away from 900. So let's get him there. Let's get him to the finish line. So let's get him there.
I did want to mention one more thing before I go.
You can say anything you want. You're Sean Jovi.
Damn right. So when Tone was on here, what was it, last weekend before?
The weekend before that, yeah.
Right. So you know how he dodged my name when you said, "Oh, you could face Sean Jovi or somebody."
Yes, I did. I asked that question.
He
yes,
dodged me. Did you not see that, Tom?
Well, I'm glad you brought that up because he tried to phrase it in that he wanted you and Mephisto. He didn't just want you, and he wanted both the Rockstars of the Galaxy. How did that make you feel, sir?
I feel like I have more of a bone to pick with Tone than anyone else. So, Tone, if you were looking for a one-on-one match in the future, I do still want to know who the real rock star of IMF is. Obviously, it's me, but I might as well test the waters. So, Tony boy, bring it.
And on top of that, you're the guy with the tag team championship. You're the guy that pinned Tone DeBoss's best friend, Soldier GP. I mean, they went to school together. We didn't know that until Mr. DeBoss came here. And Mr. DeBoss talks about bringing Showtime to the IMF, and he talks about using that song to go to the big time. But it seems like this could be a pit stop. And to the fact that he wanted to avoid the rock star. You're not just the resident rock star of the IMF. You are the resident rock star of the underground. And this man has come to the underground, and he sidestepped that, and he tried to phrase it in a different frame. And especially now that he has stepped into this wrestling world, and he has that Jovi's Vlog Championship, I guess.
He can hold that hostage all he wants, Tom. Time's a ticking for him. And he needs to remember that Showtime means it's our show. Me and Mephisto. That's not going to change anytime soon. Hell, it might not even change ever. Maybe the underground is mine to keep forever. I should be the ruler of it after all.
Hey, listen, I say it all the time. Without you, where would this platform be? Where would the underground be?
Omen and Soldier could have came along eventually, but we don't know that.
You were here July 2022. That's before a lot of other people came on here. You were the guy.
Yeah, me and another guy found you.
On a Wednesday night, a little after 9 o'clock, you were here. You were here, and that laid the seeds of where we are today. All these different people have come on here, all these different companies. You were that man first, and Mr. DeBoss is now stepped into your world, and he didn't want to face you. He obviously made that decision that,
He's scared to face the king of the underground, the founding father of this underground.
It has to be because
he needs to put respect on my name.
It has to be
respect in the underground.
It has to be because he saw what you did to Soldier GP and pinning him and hitting him the way you did, and the chair shots, and what you and Mephisto also did to Justin Parsley. And, you know, Mr. Crowley, Jordan Crowley's here, the Prophet, and he has that keyword of pain. And Tone DeBoss we know he's got a face that he goes out there and performs all these hit songs, and he's out there, you know, he's friends with Anthony Luke, and he's gone out there and had his music played in the NBA, the NFL, and he knows he's got $1 million face potentially, and you could ruin that face, and that would be the end of his career. Maybe that's why he knows what's best for business is not to go one-on-one with the resident rock star, because he's got a voice and he's got a face that pays the bills. He said it here on Sportswire Radio that he now makes a living from his music. And if you step foot in that ring with him mano a mano, one-on-one, there goes his livelihood.
Yeah, and that's the point. He made a mistake when he stepped into my turf. He made a mistake when he dodged me. He made a mistake when he took the Vlogs Intergalactic title. He's been making a lot of mistakes, and I'm going to have to clean up after him and take him down in the process.
Well, you know what? Something tells me before we get to the next person that time will certainly tell. And Mr. Crowley wants to say, pain, caps locks comes in many forms, evil laugh. Omen left Dakota, so I don't think we're saying hello at the moment. But words and lyrics say one thing, actions say another. And again, he gloats about beating, of all people, Ace Diamond caps locks. Might has well taken candy from a baby. Such a proud accomplishment, not. And Mrs. Crowley, who are you? Well, we're going to move on from that. I got the reference there. Thank you. We're not going to go there. And I see all that. And please, again, one more time, hit the sub button for the All Wrestling Matters YouTube channel. I would really appreciate that. If you can do that, they're 3 subscribers away. And I see a bunch of people here in the stream. And also, because it is Sean Jovi, alongside Omen Black's platform, it is IMF week. And we'll make sure that management gets this here. And also, pain is an illusion. Pain is an illusion. But Tone DeBoss makes a living from his music. And Showtime, those lights may go out for him from what Sean Jovi is telling us here tonight. And that's what I've learned. Sean Jovi's not playing. He's not here for no fun and games. He's here to make a point, and he's here to show that this is his community, and he's here to say that he is the one that is one of the last vestiges of arguably the greatest movement in underground wrestling history. That is the GBYWN, and Sean Jovi was a major player. It's him and Doc Holliday. They're the 2 last vestiges from that, which we know it brought up the likes of Ospreay and so many other talents. And that's what Sean Jovi comes from. Jordan Oliver is another one of them. Jordan Oliver right now is all over the world wrestling and probably going to be in an AEW and a Ring of Honor real soon. And Sean Jovi comes from that. He wants to prove that point to Tone DeBoss, that this is his community. And it's showtime for him, and those lights will go out. Mr. Jovi, I thank you as always. I can't wait to see you here after Dirty Deeds. And something tells me that Mr. DeBoss will find that I guess we'll let you go, and somebody else is here and unexpectedly, and I'll let you run.
All right.
Well, thank you, Mr. Jovi, and that was Sean Jovi, the resident rock star, and he is not in the mood of here. But wait a minute, brothers and sisters, rejoice! It is the prophet himself, and you've obviously got a lot to say, and I'm going to give you that opportunity, sir. And I'm not even going to get in the way because you said pain, and I don't want any pain coming my way, sir.
You know, Tom, I'm just sitting here. I'm listening, obviously, to Jovi speaking the truth. Tone DeBoss is avoiding and outright ignoring the rock stars of the galaxy. Outright ignoring the truth. And it seems like that's a epidemic, shall we say, in the IMF. Parsley is ignoring the truth. The truth is that in the past, in the cage, he was outright destroyed.
And Soldier had to throw in the towel. Remember that? He had to throw in the towel.
He did. And, you know, speaking of, you know, people that might want to throw in the towel, hey, Jade, I know you're watching. You might want to bring one for him. He might need it again.
And listen, you might even need to bring one for Soldier, too, because Soldier may have to cover his head. He may have to cover his face after counting that 1, 2, 3, don't you think?
No, actually, I think that's going to be the I think that's going to be the bright spot of the match for me, is when Soldier has to count the 1, 2, 3 when Omen destroys Parsley again. But as we mentioned earlier as well, Tom.
Yes, sir.
Soldier's got too much on his mind right now.
Yeah, I mean, he had to go to Michigan, and he didn't get the urn.
How'd that go, by the way?
He didn't get the urn. He did not get the urn from Jason Storm, who's going to be here Saturday. And I saw his promo earlier this week, and he's a man that who knows what kind of frame of mind he's going to be in, and he's going to take that out on Soldier. And I have no idea how Soldier's going to compose himself to be involved. And we know also, we heard that last week, that Soldier can't touch Omen at all. Can't touch him.
You see, did you catch the oxymoron there? You said Soldier GP composed. That doesn't happen. You see, everything that has happened up to this point has been a well orchestrated plan. It's all mind games. Where this goes, the body follows. Soldier GP's mind is broken.
He's got too much on his plate. I think that's, to me, the story, because, okay, he did one thing. He took the All Wrestling Matters Championship, but then on top of that, he couldn't get that earn. And now, and there you go with Payton. And you know, Mr. Crowley, there's somebody here that obviously wants to talk. He's heard a few things, and he was here Sunday. I think you can take a guess on who he is. Want to take a guess, and hopefully he'll certainly, I'm sure, give us a riveting speech. And that is Mr. Anthony Steele.
Look, somebody... Look, hey guys, shocker. Anthony Steele couldn't stand being out of the spotlight. So what did he have to do?
He's in a new setting now. You're in a new setting, I see.
Oh, yeah. Dude.
Are you there in Cedar Rapids right now?
No, that means he got kicked out of somewhere else. Again.
Listen, you know what? He's going to be here this Saturday.
No, it's called I'm put in a main event spot now, so my pay grade went up, and I went bigger and better than you could afford on commentary budget.
What's
but
with
it's
the
okay.
commentary
that's
talk?
right. I own my house.
Okay, well, we appreciate that.
Who says that I don't? What, you don't think a 24-year-old could?
Oh, I didn't say that.
Hey, but it's okay. It's okay, Jordan. I didn't hear anything you just said about me.
All right, so enough about people owning
yourself.
houses or not. Let's stick to Saturday's show. Anthony, you obviously see Mr. Crowley. I'm sure you'll talk with him for a few minutes. And you have a match coming up, which you didn't really get a chance to put some final words on, and that is Gabe Sayers and Felix Jones. And I know Omen had talked a little bit about that a few minutes ago, and Mr. Crowley is probably going to also further cement that Felix Jones is going to be the one taking care of business. And you might once again be at the expense.
Of course. See, Jordan, I've said this multiple times. You know, when I was in the house, Anthony Steele was always going to be on top. Anthony Steele was always going to be victorious. It's the house's way. It's the house's way. It's all about the house with you. But see, the same thing that I learned is something you're going to quickly learn yourself, is that the house is not on anybody's side but Omen's. And whatever Omen says, y'all do. So the moment that your pension from the house becomes null and void is the day that you'll realize what I've been saying, what Soldier's been saying, what Parsley's been saying. The house is a bunch of bullshit.
But what happens, Anthony? Omen's in the chat. What happens, though, if Mr. Parsley basically has to be shipped back to Indiana, and hopefully he has family to be there and attend, which would be a scary thought, because they may have to see what Omen may do to Mr. Parsley, and we may have to see the eulogy and a funeral for Justin Parsley both at the same time. And, you know, we only have one Hall of Fame monitor, which would obviously be bad for us, but that could be the possibility, because Mr. Black had said that, well, hopefully Mrs. Parsley shows up to drive the body back home.
You see, Parsley, like I said on Sunday, Parsley's got this. Parsley's been through this before. He's came back. He's withstood what Omen has dished out. Wound up winning the tag titles.
Did you see what happened in May?
He was out of action for 2 months after that, if you would recall.
Yeah, but that's the one thing that me and Parsley have in common. Is
I would agree with that.
we set the rule that you could try to take us out. We might have 1 month off, 2 months off. That's just time to recover and regroup. But then we come back.
Still, before you go off on one long diatribe of delusion, let me ask you a question. What did you accomplish when you were in the house?
What do you mean?
Answer the question. What did you have when you were in the house?
I had the United States Championship before I was in the
That's
house.
right. Wonderful.
Before.
No. And how long did you hold on to it while you were in the house? And then what did you do?
6 months.
Your ego. No. I'm talking now. I shut up and I listened when you were talking. Now you're going to shut up and listen while I'm talking.
You asked a question. I was giving the answer.
You answered. I'm moving on now. See, I
'Cause
don't
you
need
make
long
sure point null
diatribes
and
from you.
void.
I don't need a speech. I need an answer, and then I need you to continue to listen. I know that's a hard thing for you to do.
But it makes sure point null and void at that point.
No, it really doesn't.
You're trying to make it seem like the house kept my title around my belt, the title belt around my waist. I won the title before the house was even made. I beat Omen Black to retain that championship.
See, here's what you ignore. I sat back behind the scenes with you. We talked strategy. I talked with you. I told you. We went over the footage. We went over the game plan. That's how you were able to retain the title. And what did you do? Your pride, your ego, everything got in the way. And what did you say? Hey, guys, don't worry about it. I'm going to do it on my own. So what did we do? We stepped back and we let you do it on your own. And what happened then? When you didn't take the advice, when you didn't take the knowledge, when you didn't listen to what was told, what was instructed of you, you lost. You failed. And if you fail to listen, you fail to succeed. And what happens when you fail? You're no longer of use. So
is that true, Anthony, that you had spoke with Jordan on strategy? Because that's we didn't know that.
Here's okay. So let's get down to the nitty gritty, Jordan.
Did we talk strategy behind the scenes?
We talked strategy, and I told you I want to go in alone.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right. So let's go. Let's go here. This is from. So now I'm gonna answer Tom's question and your question at the same time, and I'll ask respectfully because I got manners. Respectfully, shut the fuck up while I speak.
Sounds respectful.
So when I won the championship, when I won the championship, who helped me?
You really want to go there?
Who helped me? Who other than me attacked Jovi? Who other than me?
Nobody put a bug in. No. See, nobody put a bug in your ear back then, huh?
Hold on. Who other than me put hands on Jovi?
Nobody put a bug in your ear to give you a little advice, a little nudge, huh?
Hold on. Let me. You're avoiding the question.
No.
Come on, you're a commentator. You should be an analyst.
I'm answering the question.
So I beat Jovi one-on-one.
Everything back. I got to reveal everything.
Well,
then the next month when I faced Jordan Nets, who attacked Jordan Nets? No one.
Well,
when I beat Omen Black, who attacked Omen Black? No one. When I beat Jovi for a second time at Winter Clash in his match, who attacked Jovi? No one. When I lost a triple threat to earn a title opportunity for Rage in the Cage, who put their hands on Drago who pinned me? No one. Damien and Omen went at it. So Drago got a victory over me. And then when we go into Rage in the Cage in May, not only did I have to face Drago, but a last minute fucking placement, I had to face Darkron.
Yes.
When I went inside that cage, who put their hands on Drago and Darkron? Nobody but me.
Mm-hmm.
And then we go to the Rumble. Who put their hands on Dirty Donnie? Who put their hands on Dirty Donnie? No one. I did. Who put their hands on Prince when I fought Prince? No one.
I'm waiting for you to get to a point.
The point is you can say if I don't do it your way, if I didn't do it your way or the house's way,
well, I think what you're trying to tell us, Anthony, is that you don't.
I did it by myself. I didn't need the house. I beat everybody. I beat everybody by myself. And then what happened? Here's the magical thing. How did I lose my United States
And
championship?
Omen Black has had enough
Actually,
of this.
let's set the record straight. Roll
Bring
back
it
that previous match just a tad bit farther. You had your fucking little fan. Give
I
you
will come
brass
right back to it.
knuckles.
We'll go
Let's
right
roll
back.
it back.
Did he hold on? Did he touch Jovi?
You said you did it all by yourself?
Did he touch
You
Jovi?
did it all by yourself?
Did he touch Jovi?
You did it all by yourself without any help from the outside.
Yeah, I knocked him out with the brass knuckles.
Handed by who?
We can come
My
right back to that.
Exactly. You proved my point. I'm glad you
By
moved from
myself.
a trailer park to someone else's basement. Good for
proven.
you.
Brother,
No one put their hands on him.
Well,
And Omen Black just left. The champion left, and he had enough. And this is kind of where things.
But that's
had
the
unfolded.
thing. Who put their hands on me?
And there it was. There's that fit. Yes, that was in the red sweater. We famously spoke about this many months ago. 14 months ago it was, Anthony. 14 months ago. You look a lot different. You look great. You look great now, I meant to say. You look great now. No, seriously, you look great. And
In
but,
July. In
other
July,
than-
who put their hands on me? Not even put their hands on me. Who hit me with a championship to lay me out for Drago to take the title? After I already had a match earlier in the night.
I
you
could
wanted
bring
to
that
do
up.
it by yourself.
Omen. But then let's set one more final record straight. I lost the United States Championship the same night that I defended it. But what else did I do that night, Jordan? What else did I do? And because
I know.
if the record counts, you know how many men I eliminated in that match by myself?
Okay.
Well, you did win the Rumble in the Rack. We know that.
I eliminated 6 men by myself. 3 at the same time to win the match. And you want to talk about it's not about Omen. Tom, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes, sir.
What did Omen ask me to do after I won the Rumble in the Wreck?
He wanted you to basically.
He wanted me to hand over my world title
He
shot.
wanted you not to to take that shot and go because Omen's plan has long been to go and walk out of the IMF, and he had said,
But
like a
that's the thing,
soldier,
Jordan.
that you would not go out there and want a shot at his championship because of obviously the house, and I guess obviously you had thought differently over time.
Okay,
Jordan,
No.
let's
So
just-
let me answer your question now, since you just asked it right there. Okay. So what did he ask you to do? He asked you to put aside your ego, a problem you've had for years and years in every promotion you've ever been in, including this one. Asked you to put aside your ego, your pride for the sake and the betterment of not just Omen Black, but for the house. What was the goal? And oh, that's right. I seem to recall a picture of the entire group standing, holding
You were all
every
in black. That's right. You guys were all in black at one point. Yes, earlier in the year. You guys were all in black.
single title. If you would have cashed in your shot on Omen, would that picture happen? Yes or no?
If I would have cashed in the title shot,
You
Yeah.
had won the Rumble in the Wreck.
If you would have cashed that in on the world title, would that picture have happened? No, because 1, you would have lost, and 2, you wouldn't have had the United States title. That picture would not have happened. That is not revisionist history. That is the truth. That is what was discussed in rooms we don't talk about, in places we don't disclose.
look,
We had to relocate so that way you don't tell other people where it's at, FYI.
here's
I will
the
say-
thing about it.
No. Here's the thing. You want to sit here and play the blame game. We lay out proof. We lay out expectations and we lay out results. And all you do, just like Soldier, just like Parsley, just like Donnie, everybody just lays out excuses.
You know, Anthony, that's an interesting point to come back to your match. Is that you're talking a lot with Jordan about the past of the House of the Wolves, but you do have this match, which we talked a little bit about. I want to say a lot, but really more a little bit on Sunday's show that has a lot of history for you in terms of Gabe Sayers and then also Felix Jones. And I ask you, this back and forth that you have with Mr. Crowley, is that now a distraction for you? Because you did famously also say that you need to win this match this coming Saturday. You need this match to get you back to where you'd like to be. And that is ultimately that IMF championship, which that's a whole other situation. But you really need to win this match. And to be here tonight, going back and forth with the Prophet Jordan Crowley, how is that going to help you going into this Saturday night? I hope you're okay, Anthony. I hope you're okay.
The way I see it is Jordan has ran his mouth since the day I got kicked out of the house.
Oh, I've been running my mouth since long before that.
Okay, running your mouth about me since I left the house back in July.
Well, you see, when you were smart enough to realize that you have 2 ears and 1 mouth and you listened twice as much as you talked, you and I got along.
But here's the thing. And Tom, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes, sir.
The words I have spoken over the last almost 9 years of me doing this has got me to where I'm at.
Yeah, I mean, I would say yes.
And
I mean,
I've faced guys that a lot of people back in the day that I used to wrestle with dream of facing.
Yeah, you had about the Indies. You have traveled. Yes, we agree.
And I've said it once, I'll say it again because a lot of people like to bring it up. I've been fired from a lot of companies. You're correct on that. You're 100% correct. But let me ask you this. Out of the 4 companies I've been fired from, how many are still around? Can you answer that one?
So basically what you're telling me is that you are somebody with like a creative control clause in your contract, just like WCW? Is that what we're saying?
No, it's called we in everybody's careers and everybody's lifetime, you make bad decisions. You make bad business decisions.
Yeah, we're human.
And I wound up working for some of the worst companies imaginable. But the one thing that I did do in every single one of those companies was be a main superstar. Anywhere I go, I've been put in the main event. Everywhere. And that comes into Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
When I beat Gabe Sayers and Felix Jones, that puts me one step closer back into the main event spot.
What you talked about on Sunday's show, those were your words, that you need to win this match to get you back into the main event.
That's not a shot at Gabe, but that is a direct shot at Felix. Because what Felix did 2 months ago, like I said, don't sit right with me. And I know that's your boy, that's your dog, that's your homie in the house. But Felix Jones, Felix Jones put a marker on his own ass. And the way that I see it is, I don't care about Gabe Sayers in this match. I said it on Sunday. My focus is beating the crap out of Felix Jones to the point where he don't get to talk about that PWF title reign.
But Anthony,
his mouth's going to be wired shut.
You talk about Felix Jones, and Felix may be using this as motivation because he isn't saying anything. And also, I see that, yes, you're in this match and you need this, but Felix Jones has quite a resume practically the last year. Certainly the likes of the good guy CJ Black, he's been in there and defeated. He's been in there with the likes of Justin Parsley and defeated him. He has been in there and came with arguably as close as anybody has to winning the world championship from Owen Black. And look at where he is today. And on top of that, if you remember, when it came to Felix Jones, there's a guy right now like you, Anthony, who's been in the Indies and holds currently championship gold, Ace Christian, who came here. And Felix Jones, denied Ace Christian an opportunity to have more gold around his waist. And Felix Jones has an opportunity here, not so much to defeat you, but to defeat a man in Gabe Sayers who fits perfectly in the descriptions of the likes of an Ace Christian or the likes of a good guy CJ Black, and go out there and what a win for that of the career of Felix Jones, the prince of professional wrestling, to have beaten a man that has held a championship in the 7th biggest company in all of wrestling in GTS. And maybe Felix is not as much focused on you as you are on him, but focused on Gabe Sayers and adding to a resume already that labels him the prince of professional wrestling, sir.
You know, Tom, and before he goes off on a tirade for an hour, let me just address something that he just said, okay? He's not worried about Felix. He's not worried about Gabe. See, therein lies the problem. See, this is what we talked about before. When you were able to get those strategy sessions, when we were able to watch the film, we would have had a plan. Oh, and that's right, you were successful. You don't have that luxury anymore. And yeah, you're going to overlook Felix Jones? You really are delusional. You're going to ignore Gabe Sayers? As much as I don't like the guy, you're delusional. Maybe that should be your new moniker, the delusional Anthony Steele.
We're going to use our illusions here, but Anthony, I mean, that's when I'm listening to the Prophet just now, and I'm reminded.
It's the same thing that I've been told month after month after month. Same thing, every opponent. And I ask the same question to every person that I'm going to ask to you. And for once in my life, I want to hear an actual answer to this question. You're so confident in Felix winning.
I'm not your opponent.
You're so confident in Felix winning.
Okay.
What happens when he doesn't? What happens when Felix gets pinned on Saturday? What happens if Felix finally gets a taste of what the South of Heaven really feels like and loses to Anthony Steele?
Want me to answer?
What happens? What happens to your little prince of professional wrestling?
You see, okay, this is something that I tried to explain to you the other night. You're so worried about wins and losses, okay? It's not about wins and losses. It's about statements. It's about delivering messages. See, whether Felix wins or loses, oh, and by the way, he is going to win. Let's not get it twisted. He is going to win. And it doesn't matter. See, this is the beautiful part of it. It doesn't matter whether he pins you or Gabe. And at the end of the day, what will he still hold and you won't?
What, a championship?
A world championship, though, which is something you've been chasing for quite a while. You've spoke about that in previous shows these last few months. The fact of winning a world championship, that is something that you have coveted. You
want to know the last time I held a world championship, Jordan? Since you're so focused on all the companies I've been in, do you know when the last time I held one?
Before I had gray hair.
Oh, you've had that for the past 20 years, so.
Yeah.
So we can tell by the receding hairline.
No. Before we do that, and by the way, I'm going to go off on a little tangent here, Tom. Bear with me. I apologize.
No, yes,
okay?
sir.
The spotlight is not on you. By the way, what was 2 days ago? Let's call it out. What was 2 days ago? Veterans Day. I earned every one of these gray hairs, boy.
And we want to thank you for your service, and we also want to thank your sister. If we could do that, please. We want to thank you for your service and giving us the opportunity to be here, and as well as your sister. And we really appreciate all you've done for us.
So you call out the fact that I've had gray hair for 20 years. I earned every single one of them. What have you done? What have you earned?
Everything I've got.
Pink slip. What have you earned other than a pink slip?
everything I've ever got.
And Omen Black did want to say that a main superstar in
I've-
every promotion you've been in. So why haven't you accomplished that in IMF? Steel is very humble these days. I hope you can sense the sarcasm in this comment. You have become very humble, Anthony.
You wanna know straight up what I've earned? Like I said, everything. I've earned my right to be here. See, I didn't get signed to IMF for shits and giggles, for no reason, just to have another name, another body on the locker room, on the fucking match board. For almost 9 years, I've busted my ass in every single company I've ever fucking been to. Whether it's backyard wrestling, whether it's the underground, or whether it's the indies, I've made my statement. I've made my point. And here's one thing that I can say about me that you can't say about any man in the house. Outside of IMF, not a single one have touched Indie Gold. So Felix can have the PWF World title. Omen can have the IMF World Championship. And to make the record straight, 2019 is the last time I held a World Championship. So almost 7 years ago. And for 7 years, I've bounced from company to company to company to company. And I've won championships in a lot of them. And what happened when I got to IMF? The same thing. Won a championship.
First match back.
So yeah. Do I got a high ego? That's what I earned. I earned 9 years of putting my body through hell. Giving some of the best damn matches that I can ever try to do. With some of the people that didn't even deserve it.
Well,
you could talk about a tangent. Give me about 45 more seconds, and you'll get the point, and I will hop off here for you.
Which we appreciate.
And when it comes to Saturday, no, the PWF World Championship's not on the line. A world title, a championship in general, is not on the line. What's on the line this Saturday is my pride, is my ego. Is everything that I have spent almost 9 years building. And if I win this match, it puts me right back on the same path that I've done for the past 9 years. And that's going for another world championship. So no, it might not be Saturday.
Oh yeah, your time's up. Okay. Now let me ask you the same question you asked earlier, because remember, I'm not your opponent. So what I say in this case matters, but not as much as either Gabe or Felix. But let me ask you a question. Real deal. What happens not if, but when you lose again? What happens when you prove my point? What happens when you prove that the decision to kick you and that mule out of the house was the right move? No. That might be the
square room.
Never given.
Back to square one. Everything I built this past year, it's going to be the same way. I'll work my way back up. Because you're right, it's not about wins and losses. It's about the message, right? And what's a better message than taking an L, taking it right on the chin, and coming back even stronger?
Well, we'll find out. I'll tell you what, we will certainly find out here. And before we get ready to sign off, if you want to hit the sub button for the IMF, please do that on YouTube. You can also check them out on Facebook, where you can buy a ticket. And before we went on the air, I actually donated, as I always do before every show, a ticket. So if somebody would like to go out there and watch Anthony Steele wrestle Felix Jones and Gabe Sayers, or wrestle Omen Black and Justin Parsley, and wrestle the likes of Sean Jovi and Prince Achia, Dirty Donnie, Mephisto, the Rocks of the Galaxy versus them with Tone DeBoss. Another match, Il Drago, who is here Saturday night, will be wrestling Jason Myers and Nicholas Crenton. So a lot of great matches. Please, by doing us a favor, by going on Facebook, liking, DMing, buying a ticket, or showing up to the venue. And Omen Black on his show says, something tells me you take it on the chin a lot. And he did want to say, what was your point that you couldn't get the job done and be a world champion in IMF? You did it. Congrats. IMF is an indie company. Yes, we all agree about that. You guys sell tickets. So if you would have won the title, would you then count it as such? I guess.
No, what I would have counted it as is the first world title in about 6 years.
Well, I mean, well,
And that's the biggest thing. That's the biggest thing. Is I can admit that I ain't held a world championship in that long.
Let me ask you a question, Steele. You got mirrors on the inside of those sunglasses? Because you do a lot of backtracking. You must walk backwards a lot.
That was a great drill in basketball, by the way. We all had to walk backwards with the medicine ball. I don't think you'll be doing that this Saturday.
Tom, what I'm saying is he says a lot of things and then he retracts it. He goes back on his statements. He goes back.
Omen has said that in previous episodes, but I mean, he listened Saturday. Listen, Anthony, I'll give you this. You have said that this is your match, that in order for you to get where you want to be, you got to win. And listen, Gabe has been a man you've got a lot of history with. We're talking 1.5 years history with. You famously talked about the importance of being in GTS one day. You wrestled Gabe here once again this summer, and then you helped him. So there's that. And Felix Jones is a man that you have vehemently disagreed about how he has done things these last several months. So it's a big match for a lot of reasons, and I'm sure you're going to talk about the fallout from it, whether you win or lose. And wins or losses will matter. And for you, it's going to definitely matter here because you've stated the magnitude of this. And I know, for one, as a fan, I can't wait to watch it and talk about it. But obviously, I'd like to get to some closing words. And the Prophet, we want to rejoice by having you back on Sportswire. And we look forward to having you on here post Dirty Deeds. And hopefully you'll grace us with your presence here. And I'm going to pass the baton to you, sir, and give you some closing thoughts, if you'd be kindly so to give us them.
All I'm going to say real quick, Tom, is in 2 days at Iconics, a new venue, a new chapter will be written in IMF. A new chapter will be written in the lives of not only Omen Black and Felix Jones and the other members of the house, but history will be made in many ways. And one, I look forward to seeing everybody there, mostly so that I can tell you all that I was right again.
Well, you did call it what happened with the tag team championship match last month. I'll give you that much. You did kind of give us some clues, and then there they were.
Tom, here's what you need to understand. You are the Reverend, and I did see your little certificate after I left the show last time. Fine. I did see it. That's fine. Okay. I want to know how much you paid for it and what online certification you got it from. But
I would say that
for another day.
But I appreciate you.
Okay. See, when I speak in prophetic word, it might not always reveal itself instantly. Mm-hmm. It might take months. It might take minutes. Sometimes you never know. And as I said earlier tonight, pain comes in many forms.
You did say that. I got to give you that. Listen, that was my dad's line. You may not click with right away, but watch when I say it. So I get it. I get the point. We may not remember this tonight, but it could come in handy, and who knows when.
All I'm saying is I want to see everybody at Cedar Rapids again, so that I can tell them I was right. I'm going to stick it again. I'm going to enjoy that. We need to fill this place.
Yes, please, and
Make it a
hopefully
truly
somebody
iconic-
takes up my ticket that I bought. Please, I would love to have been there. So go on my expense and please support the guys. Your
that's
week
right.
as well.
Special start time 6 p.m. Make it a truly, pun intended, iconic debut for IMF. But before we go, Tom, and before Steele again goes off on another long diatribe, are there any comments that I can reply to live?
Something tells me you take it on the chin a lot, referring to Anthony Steele. That would be
I don't
one.
need to reply to that. That says everything. I am not going to step on the toes of
And
the
also, those very words you spoke are also have burned you every bridge that you've ever crossed. You succeeded failing, and your sister is here and said, I can agree. He's been running his mouth for a very long time. I think that's you, not Anthony. But
no. See, no. See, my sister and I don't see eye to eye on.
I know.
Yeah. I know my sister well enough. She's referring to Steele.
And also, Omen wants to say that you wasted your title shot, Yawn. You succeeded failing. I don't always agree with that because Anthony has been very successful in a lot of things. Steele, of course, backing. No comment. Anthony, we're going to certainly say no comment on that because we want to certainly move on respectfully. Also, Zilla believes in Felix Jones. There's Zilla for you, and she wants to point it out twice and hit the sub button for the IMF. And also, Burrell wants to say she's referring to you.
We'll talk later, sis.
And Varel also wants to point out that she said to me post Dirty Deeds that she would like to come back onto Sportswire with you, and obviously, I guess talk about whatever happens here. And yeah, obviously, the Prince is coming on. Maybe the Prince is coming on to greet you, Anthony. I guess maybe we'll wait to see the Prince of professional wrestling, Felix Jones. Maybe he's had enough of your commenting tonight. Maybe we'll wait.
It would be my honor to relinquish the floor to the Prince of Professional Wrestling.
No, well, I mean, we'll wait. Yeah, if he's going to come on, we'll certainly.
I'm more than happy to stay as well.
You can stay. Yeah, I mean, listen. We were rejoicing to have you. You're welcome to stay. I mean, we are not. It's Omen's platform, so I think he's going to want you to be here tonight. Actually, it's Omen's platform, so I don't think we have that executive decision. So we're going to let you stay here, and maybe Anthony, you can wait to give your words because if Felix is arriving, then you can give them to him, I suppose, if you like.
Very well. I'll be more than happy to stay.
You can certainly stay.
Be all yours.
I am certainly going to say everything, but I'm agreeing. But Anthony, we'll wait for Felix, and you get your wish. You get to see him, and I'm sure he's going to tell you why.
Fill time. I suppose we can let Steele talk for till he runs out of oxygen.
No, that's not. Anthony will maybe. Also, Ox McCoy is going to save us from that because I can't tell where Omen ends, and it's Crowley. It is Crowley. Begins with his head that far up. Omen's. There you go. Yeah, I mean, so there's obviously, and Ox has his own history with you in the house.
If I may, I need to respond to that, and I'm just going to say, Mr. Mule, McCoy. I think I may forge a new skull just for you.
Go. Maybe you're carving it in the image of Ox McCoy with the facial hair included,
including the crack in the head where he has it. But yes, I.
And okay, I'm gonna just for this comment, I'm gonna go like this. Yeah.
Hey, by the way, where's your belt, Ox?
And too soon? Question mark. Question mark. And yeah, we certainly also just you wait. There you go. Fill in the rest. Fill in the rest. Fill in the rest.
See, this is what happens. He's been hit in the head so many times he has to make up words because he doesn't know actual English grammar.
Well, you know what? I'm not going to comment on that, but I do know that Anthony is very, very anxiously awaiting the Prince of Professional Wrestling, the PWF champion himself, Felix Jones, to come here and have a chat with Anthony Steele, the real deal, the most humble person now in wrestling history. He's become a lot more humble these days. And will it serve him well? But Ox McCoy's got more comments, and he's going to fire away. My belt, you mean my championship? It's safe in the hands of Dirty Donnie, waiting for my triumphant return to violence. All violence matters when it comes to Ox McCoy, that's for sure. All violence matters. Hey, listen, can't argue with that.
Just look at his profile picture.
He reigns in blood, sends his messages in blood, and I mean, it's definitely it's blood. It's a lot of blood. A lot of blood. It's bloody. It's real blood too, by the way. It is real. It's definitely not those that you see from a Crayola crayons box. But yeah, I wasn't very good at those. But Anthony, I guess you're waiting for Felix. You want to say a word or two before that? You know you do.
That might be a world record as far as the longest time Anthony Steele has been quiet.
And Anthony, you got the Ozzy look a little bit there. I know we talked a lot about Ozzy in the past, but you are starting to look like him, the Prince of Darkness with the glasses. You know, you and him sharing a lot of similarities. You know, a lot. You were both a lot more humble than people realized, and there you are. You're going through changes.
Tom, for the record, I like this Steele. I like this Steele right here, the quiet one.
It's crazy, dog. It's fun. It's crazy. At this point, I'm just like thinking of every answer that can debunk everything that they've said tonight. But
maybe just do it in the ring, I suppose, or wait for Felix to show up, because we are waiting for Felix. I mean, that's the reason we're staying on the air. We thought Felix would be here. You're
going to be thinking for a long time.
Do I need to give Felix the link? If the boogeyman is here in the stream, and if I need to give Felix the link, I can give it to him. Unless Anthony's already done that. I don't know if that needs to be done to expedite Felix coming here. Let me know. Oh, Felix has got the link. Thank you. So we are waiting for Felix. So we will wait for him. He has the link. Thank you. Thank you.
The best thing about everything is next year there's like, I think it's like 2 or 3 events that I can enter and earn another shot at the world title. You know, you got the
he's already looking past Saturday. He's already talking about next year.
And we are here. Thankfully, Felix Jones has arrived. He has arrived. We're gonna give Felix the floor. Felix, we are so sorry, and we want to just give you the opportunity to speak after everything you've heard from Anthony the last few times.
Anthony. All I've done all month, right, is listen to you talk. Every time you've come on Sportswire, I've just listened to you talk. I haven't said one word. And you know why I haven't said a word? You know why? Because I have nothing to prove to you. I pinned you last time I was in the ring with you.
And we have someone else here also now is joining the stream. Boy, there's the fireworks, and there is the final chief. The Samoan Dragon El Drago's arrived.
Oh, it's the final chief, so you know what it is. A little late to the party.
Little lizard.
Is that big marshmallow man talking? McKillen tire dude talking? Michelin tire dude?
Michelin. You illiterate. I did it for you, Tom. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
There's a couple things you said on commentary that make you illiterate too. So watch yourself.
Have you listened to my commentary? Every word that comes out of my mouth is accurate.
Illiterate.
Just because you can't comprehend it, Drago, because you've taken one too many shots to that Samoan head of yours.
Well, I mean, obviously, you two men, I'm sure, have something to say, and by all means, take it away.
I'm still waiting for Steele to respond to Felix.
I was actually waiting for him to talk until someone that has nothing to do with this came on.
You can continue to speak.
I was
Felix.
confused on why Drago came on, and then I was waiting for.
Hey,
Steve.
listen, I just let him in.
I'm just here to promote IMF. Still, good luck to you in your match. You know, the guy above me you're gonna
Actually,
commentate. You
let's
know your
give
job.
Drago some time to promote his. Let him talk. Give Drago the floor for a second.
I mean, if Felix hasn't talked much, then I don't want to take nothing from him. So.
Drago, it's okay.
I'll say
You talk about
awfully
Jason
humble
Myers.
of you.
You talk about Jason Myers and Crimson, and then me and Steele will go back to handling our business.
Okay, so I appreciate that. Anyways, I wasn't here for a lot. Just got off a very
Now Steele. Back to what I was saying. Whether it's you I have to pin, or it's that little fuckboy from Connecticut, Gabe Sayers, whatever his name is.
Gabriel.
I'm going to show up to Dirty Deeds, and I'm going to walk out with the W. Okay, now Drago, you can have whatever you're saying.
Maybe Gabe will pop up after me. I don't know. But Felix, more power to you. For my match on the 15th, the final chief just wants y'all to know. I heard what was said with Crimson's promo, and hopefully Jason Meyer, I'll have to probably backtrack to get on what he said. But with everything that's set in motion, I just want y'all to know with the final chief, I will be finalizing everything when I come through on the 15th. Whether it's in the match, after the match, prior to the match, pre-match, doesn't really matter. The final chief does finally get across to the people. So I didn't want to take anything from your guys' match. Don't think that's what this is. I was told to hop in. But,
Trust me, you're not going to take anything away from our match. You see who's in our match versus your match. This is a cakewalk between those.
I'm pretty sure I don't hold the talents of creations. I don't run the company. It's not up to me. But still, you sound like you got something in your voice that you got to get off your chest. You got something to say to the final chief?
Hold on.
I didn't even see that. Okay.
Is there something I'm supposed to say?
I don't know. You felt pressed. The guy that has nothing to do with your match came. Right.
I mean, it's a fact.
It is a fact. But I believe this is the show for Dirty Deeds, right? This is the
Aren't you guys on the
podcast.
same
This is the
team?
stream for Dirty Deeds.
I'm kind of wondering the same thing, Felix. I'm a little confused right now at this moment.
See, this is what I was trying to explain earlier, Tom.
Yes, sir.
See, Steele leaves the house. He loses the ability to strategize. You notice how Felix and I are cool, calm, collected.
It's certainly
these two are infighting.
Giants head coaching situation right now, certainly between the foundation members. Yeah, I mean, where's a coach when you need one? But I'm confused. Anthony, do you want to say something to Mr. Drago?
I know where the coach is. He's distracted by daddy issues.
Like I said, am I supposed to say something to you? Am I contractually obligated to?
Contractually
Like,
aren't you guys on the same team? Like, why are you you're more worried about him? He's more worried about you. You both are in a triple threat. You should probably get your shit together, Steele. You should probably get your shit together, Drago.
I tried talking.
Just move on about our day.
I tried talking about Crimson and Myers. I got rudely interrupted, but I mean, the guy who said he wasn't foundation last year is now foundation.
I think I can speak on Jason Myers' behalf when I say he's gonna walk into Dirty Deeds as no champion, right? And he's gonna walk out with that U.S. title.
The funny thing is, not one time in this stream tonight did I say I was foundation. Not one time.
How many times have you put up that stupid hand gesture in the past 3 months?
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm gonna support my boy partially. I mean, hell yeah.
Oh my God, you
want? But
you wish you were Cam, don't you?
Like,
you wish you had that parsley spilled on you, huh?
I thought it was Bobby.
The thing about it is Drago. Like, I said it on your stream. I'll say it again. You got a title that I ain't never got a rematch for, but at this point, you're facing a bum, and so actually I have these.
You did praise Jason Myers here Sunday. You said that is somebody.
That's why I said like he's facing a bum and a half decent wrestler. Like I said it on Saturday as
A wrestler better than Anthony Steele.
cap. But we can get that straightened out real quick. But not like I
Jason
mean,
Myers wipes the
if you
floor.
want honesty, I don't have anything that I need to say to you right now. Um, I mean, if there's something you want to talk about, we can speak.
Are you guys like a thing?
Well, you know what? Listen, I think I got the point
I will
before we
say
sign
this:
off here.
after your little match, I'll go down to management or holler at Donnie, since we got favoritism and foundation with Donnie, and since you said you never got a rematch,
Hey,
you
he
never got
admitted
title
it.
match
He
reclause,
admitted
we'll
it.
see.
Foundation
Listen,
has favoritism.
But again, I don't
Marty.
control.
we talked
said
about
it.
nepotism
I've been
earlier in
saying
the
it on
show.
commentary.
Listen, that was a
Someone
topic that
clip
came
it
up.
and send it to me. I need that.
Well, I'll tell you
I've
what.
been saying that on commentary, Felix.
Listen, I think I got the point tonight. I think we'll see what happens. I will say this about Felix Jones. He has had an impressive last several months, and I pointed out Felix has an opportunity. We've seen what he's done to the likes of the good guy CJ Black, the likes of Anthony Steele, the likes of Justin Parsley, and the likes of costing Ace Christian a championship, who right now holds one in the Indies. And Felix, by the way, has another opportunity to add to his already growing resume in Gabe Sayers, a man that has held a championship in the 7th biggest company in YouTube subscribers. So Felix has that opportunity. And the way he seems tonight, he's primed and poised. He's relaxed. He's shown why he's the Prince of Professional Wrestling. And I think that's what I take away from this. Felix has come and a long way. He's matured, and he seems with his resume that's what I take away from it. And Anthony needs a win. He's talked about that, and we rejoice because Jordan Crowley has made some points, and Il Drago has said some things also that, listen, he'll take care of business, and maybe that time will come that he and Steele will chat again, and who knows more than that. And I think that's why we're really thankful everybody's here tonight. And I think I've got the point, and we're going to certainly look forward to Saturday's show. We want to support the IMF one more time. Please hitting the sub button for them on YouTube, following them on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Please, if you're near the Cedar Rapids area, go support these individuals. Before we sign off, it is so important to support them, because what these guys do is go out there. They put their bodies out there. They put it on the line. They put their heart, soul, and they put their blood and sweat and tears out there to do so much for us here. And if you love this sport of wrestling like we do here, please, if you're near the area, buy a ticket, go to the show. It's worth it's not even peanuts compared to going out to a dinner, a ball game, and please support them. And thank you so much, everybody here, for tuning in. And my name is the Reverend. Yes.
Real
Yes, sir.
quick, Tom, before you go, I want to respond to Drago.
Okay, you can.
Because he's talking about Myers. And Felix, you know this. We've talked about this. What was Myers' first title in the IMF? Raise your hand if you know, Drago. It's the one on your shoulder.
United States Championship. I knew that was
That's
First
right.
singles title.
First, yeah, that's right. Okay.
It wasn't his
Now,
first title, but yeah.
well, first singles title.
well,
yeah.
well, obviously,
Yeah. But yes, first singles title, excuse me. Okay. A couple months ago, he had something to prove to himself. He had something to prove to the doubters. He had something to prove, maybe for whatever reason, he felt like he had something to prove maybe to his opponents. All of that's gone now. This is about that belt. This is about taking the next step going forward. It's about bringing all the gold back where it belongs.
Well, we'll certainly find that out.
I'm gonna do this. We agree on one thing, right? Not me and Crowley, but me and Steele. He called dude from Wisconsin a bum, right? So here's my thing. Myers couldn't get the title, this title, right, with his best friend from Midwest Express. Couldn't even collaborate together. How you expect Myers to get this title with a bum in the match?
I guess time will tell, and time will
Are your
certainly
eyes
tell.
open, Crowley? Do you understand the strategy? Do you see that the final chief don't give a damn?
There it is,
Y'all
the
want
final
gold?
chief.
You want this? You want that? Cool. I don't care. The final chief is here. The final chief is the champ. And I'll show up at Dirty D's to prove not only my point, but to further my reign as the United States champion of IMF. Yeah, keep your thumb down because that's what you're going to eat.
Well, we're gonna find that out, and obviously we want to thank everybody here for tuning in and support the guys, and they'll be back here post Dirty Deeds, and I'm sure we'll do this again one more time before Winter Clash. That is the Prince of Professional Wrestling, the PWF champion Felix Jones. That is the final chief, the Samoan Dragon, the United States champion El Dragon. That is the man that is arguably, in my opinion, a part of the best commentating team in all of wrestling, and also our version this year of Monday Night Football's Dan, Allen, Frank. That is obviously the Prophet, Jordan Crowley, and of course Anthony Steele, who is the real deal and is definitely a lot more humble these days, and he will be in action as well against Felix Jones and Gabe Sayers. Thank you, everybody here, for tuning in. Please support the IMF, and good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. On the number one Global Radio, that is Sportswire Radio, where all